Since it is unordered, we cannot use a range function to iterate over the dictionary. We have to iterate over the dictionary directly. So if my dictionary is something like this, lowercase versus uppercase, something like this. OK. Okay, this is my dictionary. If I have to iterate over it, I can iterate over it directly. But what I get here as in the loop variable is the key. Right? If I just print key, right, every time I iterate over key. So one, it might be A, B, C, and D. I'm not getting the values. I'm only getting the keys. How can I get the values based on the key? What is the function that gives us value based on a key?
Like index. It
What
gets.
index? This is there is no index in dictionary.
Yeah, okay, okay.
Get function, right?
Yeah, yes, sir, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Or there are two ways to get the values based on a key. Either use the get function or use a square bracket approach.
Okay, sir.
Right? So if you're looping over the key, if you're looping over the key, so if you're looping over the dictionary, your loop variable will always get a key. Your loop variable will always get a key. You will only get keys. Right? This. And if you know the key, you can always access the value. If you know the key, you can always access the value. In order to access the value based on the key, you have a get function or you can use a square bracket approach. Right? Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let's try this. Let me create a file. I'm going to create a simple dictionary. Right? For in user is my dictionary. Let me just print what I get in the iteration. Let me run this. If you see here, name, age, ID, location. These are all keys. Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, once I know what is my key, we can always get the value.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
User.get. I'm going to pass the key. Name is John, age is 30, ID is 123, location is Hyderabad. Did we get it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Another approaches, I'm just going to user square bracket approach, which is to get the key. Let me rerun it. Right, one key, and I'm printing the value 2 times. Name John, age 30, ID 123123, and location HYD. Right, you can iterate over the dictionary. You can loop over the dictionary directly, and your loop variable will always be the key. Your loop variable will always be the key. Right, once you know the key, you can always get the value from the dictionary. You can always get the value from dictionary. Okay.
Yeah, okay, sir.
Yeah, okay,
So
sir.
dictionary always stores key value pairs. Right, now there is a simple assignment for you guys. Simple assignment, you have to do it right away. Okay, so this is my list. Seems like Rubina network is fluctuating. All right. Okay, this is my list, right? This is our list. I want to output. I want to output 2 things here. What is my right? So we have the characters here. How many times each character has been repeated in this dictionary? How many times each character has been repeated in this list? For example, A is repeated how many times? 1, 2,
4 times.
3.
4 times, sir.
A is repeated
4 times.
4 times. B is repeated 1,
2 times.
2 times, sir.
2 times. C is repeated 2 times.
2
D is repeated
Once.
E repeated once. Right, now each character I want how many times that particular character has been repeated in this list. Now, how can I come to this solution? Eventually, you have to print me this entire thing. Once after your end of the program, you have to print how many times each character has been repeated in the list.
Okay, sir.
Okay,
Right.
sir.
So how can we do this? How can we achieve this? And how? Okay, I'll give you 5 minutes. 2:43. By end of 2:45, I want this program to be completed. Not 2:45, by 2:50. Sorry, 8:50. 8:43 now. By the time 8:50, so I want this program to be completed. Now what I am going to do is for ELE in A, every time I get one character at a time, right? In every iteration, I'll get one character, A, B, and so on, right? First, I have to check if my dictionary has this key or not. How can I check? Which operator is used to check if a value is present in a dictionary or not? Which operator should I use to check if a key is present in a dictionary or not? Okay, which operator should I use to check a element is present in a list or not?
Get.
Sir.
Which operator? Get is not there in a list, no? I want to check whether element is present in this list or not. In operator.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Clearly in A, this will return true or false based on the element is present or not. Same in case of tuple, same in case of set, same in case of dictionary as well. If ELE in occurrence count, okay, in this dictionary, okay, then which means it is already, that key is already there here. All I have to do is increment the count. All I have to do is increment the count. OCC underscore C of ELE. Let's try pulling this guy this side. ELE is equal to whatever the count that was there plus 1. So earlier, initially it won't be in anything, there won't be anything else. One. Now tell me what happens. And eventually I'll just say print occurrence count. Okay, so what are we doing here for ELE in A? Now what will be the ELE in first iteration? What is ELE in the first iteration? A, the
Yes, sir.
first element here.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Now
sir.
what I'm checking, if my dictionary is already empty, right? What are we checking? If A in this dictionary, if A is present in this dictionary, it is empty, right? Is it present? This will return true or false.
It is empty, sir.
Whether is that, does it return true or false?
Also.
Because A is not there, right? It is an empty dictionary. Do you see anywhere A here?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No,
Then
sir.
it, which means it, if I'm asking, does it have A in the dictionary? It
No,
doesn't
sir.
have, it is a empty,
No.
right? So obviously it has to return false. So if this is
Yes.
false, then it goes to the else condition. Now what we are doing here, let me just erase this. Right, in the dictionary, what are we trying to add? I'm adding A and I'm saying 1. This statement, adding that A and setting it as 1, setting the occurrence count as 1. Okay, done. Now in the second iteration, the value is B. If B in the dictionary, B in occurrence count, do we have B in this?
No, sir.
False. Then if it is not there, we are going to add that and assign value 1. Do we have C in the third iteration? What we get is C.
No, sir.
C is not
No,
there.
it is false.
So
No,
it
sir.
will come to the else and we'll
Then
add C
one.
and add a occurrence as 1. Do we have D in this?
No,
No,
sir.
no, no,
Fourth
sir.
iteration, what you get is
No, sir.
D. If ELE in occurrence count, D in occurrence count, D is there here? No. Hence
No.
we add that dictionary
No, sir.
and add right. Now, fourth iteration, what you get back is E. Is
Yeah.
E present in this dictionary, occurrence count dictionary?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
Then we will add E and then I have added 1 as a count. Done. Now again, in the fifth iteration, what I got is A. Is
Yeah.
A present in this dictionary?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
it is present.
Right? So what are we doing here? This
Yes, sir.
statement?
Yes, sir.
This statement, we
Yeah.
are updating occurrence of ELE, which means the dictionary of A is equal to occurrence of dictionary of A plus 1. I'm getting whatever is the value plus 1, which is 1 plus 1. What is the existing value? 1. And I'm adding plus 1 to it and appending and updating the value. Now the value here I'm changing it to,
2.
right?
2, sir.
Done.
Yes, sir.
Again, I got B. Is B in the occurrence count? Is B present in this or not?
Yeah, it is present, sir.
Yes, sir.
If it is present, what are we doing here?
We are adding appending value plus one.
And
Right?
plus 1, sir.
Occurrence of yearly, it returns 1 and we are saying plus 1. So it returns, we makes 2 and update the value as 2. What about A again? Does this dictionary has A in it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Right. So if I get occurrence of C of A, what will it occurrence count of C A? What will this return?
3, sir. Plus 1.
It is
it
2.
will add
It
one more
returns
value
2
plus one.
and we add
3.
1 to it and assign that value to this, which means we are updating it to 3. Again, I get C.
Yes,
Does
sir.
this dictionary has C in it?
Yeah, it is having, sir.
Occurrence
Yes, sir.
count of C is how much is currently in this?
Yeah, one, sir.
1, sir.
This returns 1.
Plus one.
And we are adding
Plus
plus
1.
1 to it, which means we are seeing that for the second time I'm adding plus 1 to it. Done. In the last again I'm getting A. Does this dictionary has A in it?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
Yes. Now first I'm getting, okay, if that is it, occurrence count of ELE, which is A. What is the current occurrence count there?
3.
3, sir.
3, sir.
It returns 3 and we'll add plus 1 to it, which is
Plus 1.
4 and assigning that value to the occurrence count. So this becomes 4,
4. Yes.
right? And that's it. We are end of our list and this is your
Yes,
output.
sir. Yeah, okay, sir.
Okay, this is my list. Okay, so how many times A is repeated? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times A is repeated. B is repeated twice. C is repeated 3 times. D is repeated once. Right? E is repeated once. I want to find out how many times each character is repeated. So I'm going to create a empty dictionary. Right? I'm going to name it as count. Right? For really in A. Characters, and I'm going to then name it as cats, right? If yearly in count, I want to do something. I'm therefore now I'm going to say else. I'm going to say count of yearly is equal to 1. So we are not adding anything. So for now, just let us just see what happens if I execute this. I'm just trying to print the counter dictionary. Right, so everywhere it is 1. A is 1, B is 1, C is 1, D is 1, and E is 1. We are not updating, we are not summing it. Okay. Now let us try to do sum. Count of yearly is equal to count dot get of yearly plus 1 plus 1. Okay. Now let us see what happens to this output now. Simple. Did you get a count on individual thing?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let us learn one more thing and tell me what we can do here and just make it as a one-liner. Okay. A get function, we have the get function, right? Get function takes key and returns value. If the value is not present, sorry, if the key is not present, it returns None. If the key is present in the dictionary, it returns the value of that key. If the key is not present, it returns none. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Now,
sir.
this also takes one more parameter. So you can always give the key, comma, you can always give the default value. Can always give the default value. So for example, if the key is not found, return 0. If the key is not found, return 0. If the key is found, it will return that value. If the key is not found, it returns 0. Rather than none, it returns 0. Any question? If the key is found, it returns the key. If the key is not found, if the key is found, it returns the value of that key. If the key is not found, it will return the default value. It will return whatever we have given here. Understood?
Yes,
So if
sir.
my dictionary is this,
Yes, sir.
okay. Now what I'm going to do is a dot get of b. Right? What does this do? Returns 2 because the
Return
key is
2.
present.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now a dot get of d.
D.
Now key is not present, so this will return none.
None.
Okay, but I don't want none. I want some number value itself.
Yes,
So
sir.
what I do, a dot get of b. If the key is not found, return 0. Right? A dot get of d. If the key is not found, let us say return 10. This is my requirement. Okay, so if the key is present, it returns the value. So here it returns 2, here it returns 10. D is not there here, but if the D is not present, what am I saying? Return me 10 as a value. Yes, and it returns
Yes,
10.
sir.
Now, you know this behavior, right? So now get function can also take a. Now this program, what can I do to make it a one-liner? To make it one-liner. So what are we trying to do here? If element is present in this dictionary, then get that element and say +1. If not, we are saying equal to 1. Okay, now what if I can do this? Will the upper output still be same? If the key is there, return the value, else return 0. If that key is there, return that value. If that is not there, if it is not there, give 0. And 0 plus 1 is anyways 1. So will it still be the same output? Understood, not understood?
Understood, sir.
Understood, sir.
Sir.
Right? See, you can do it using certain logic, but if a function, there is a function which can help us do certain things, so we don't have to write logic for it. You just have to utilize, you have to understand and utilize that function. Your work is done. Your work is done. So it is important for us. It is important for us to like know the function and its behavior. That way we can use that function to like, not to write some unwanted logic. You can just go with the default functionality, right? If your Python language itself is giving certain logic to you, why do you want to write something on your own? Right. So you see the single line, how did I write earlier? Right. 4 lines, and I have reduced it to 1 line, which means I've removed the logic of 3 lines. Just removed everything here and placed only one simple like this with the default value as a 0, and we are good. Right? It is very important to understand the logic and the function and what does that function do. Okay, so I have my dictionary. Can I get the keys separately? I want to know what are all the keys that are there in that dictionary, right? I want to know what are the keys that are present in the dictionary, right? So I have a function called keys. I have a function called keys. If A is my dictionary, I can just say a dot keys and it is going to return all the keys. Or if I just want the values, I don't care about keys, then I have a function called values, and all I have to do is a dot values, Right, keys returns all the keys in the dictionary, values returns all the values in the dictionary. Okay, if I want to delete or empty the dictionary, what is the function that I can use? Empty the dictionary. I just want to remove all the key value pairs. Which function did we use in list and set?
Clear.
Clear, sir.
Clear. If I want to remove all the key value pairs, clear, a dot clear, done. All the key value pairs are removed. Okay. And your homework is you have to practice what is keys, what is values, and what is items. What is items? These 3 functions. And what is update? What is update? These 4 functions are homework for you guys. What are keys? What are values? What are items? And what is a update? Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
These are the assignments. And yesterday I did give one assignment for you guys, right? What was that?
Selection.
Selection, sir.
Selection sorts.
Okay, did you guys do it? Okay, I'll take that answer as no. How about bubble sort? Are we clear and practice the bubble sort program?
Yes, sir.
I
Yes, sir.
want the bubble sort program. You guys should be like, very, very clear about the bubble sort. And next, learn selection sort. Yeah, I'll give you continuously, right? So selection sort is again important for interviews. Practice. You have time till tomorrow evening 7:30, right? From
Yes,
now
sir.
on.
Yes, sir.
Practice. That is the only thing that you should be doing. Kindly practice.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
All right. I'll see you guys
Okay, sir.
tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.